Welcome to part 5 of Grand Theft Auto 5. I was going to do a Strangers and Freaks, but then Simeon called off screen before I could actually record that. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are forced into the last Simeon mission. So with that said, we're going to have no choice but to go to Simeon to see what the hell he wants.
Because you think that I am an Arab.
What? No. What are you talking about? Something like that.
Here he is now.
Wait.
That boy. I am his mentor. I am so proud of you.
What do you mean, a mentor?
Don't worry about that.
Okay, so what you got for me?
James DeSanta. Some kid. He is already late on his payments, and I have this bad feeling that he will do more damage to the car than we can get back from him in the exorbitant interest rate payments, huh? Just go and get it. The house is on, Hampstead, off Eclipse. It's an SUV, huh? Some Rockford Hills daddy's boy nonsense. Don't worry about it. Try to bring the car back in good condition, huh?
I got you. Don't worry about it.
It's so good to see you, my boy. Hey, good luck in law school, huh?
Also, I gotta make an apology that Strangers and Freaks that was supposed to appear isn't gonna appear until this mission, so I kinda had no choice but to do this anyway. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be leaving Simeon's lot, but he's gonna be changing his tune real soon. For you see, if you all remember in part 2, we got into a shootout with the Vagos trying to repossess a Faggio that they had. And we ended up killing the person who registered the car by him running into the side of my car. And Lamar took the bike. Here's the end result of that.
Change your mind?
When I discover that you betray me, perhaps. I hear you took the bike for yourself, my employee of the month.
Listen, man, me and Lamar was gonna get that back to you, dawg.
Oh, I am sure. You will get this car off the daddy's boy, and then we talk. Insurance papers say they have a locked garage, so you'll need to gain access from inside the house.
Man, it's never easy with you, is it, Simeon?
Do not talk to me about easy, you thief.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Lamar showed up with the goddamn Faggio and blamed Franklin for taking the bike. This is why I hate Lamar so much. As a matter of fact, Lamar was the one who started the fight with the fucking Vagos in the first place. So now we're gonna have to break into Michael's house to get the truck we sold to Jimmy in part 1 out of the house. So yeah, let's go on ahead and start this stealth mission, shall we? We're gonna have to get in through the fence and sneak up onto the gardener. Because if the gardener sees us, well, mission's failed, obviously. So let's sneak up on our good friend, the gardener. And give him a quick boop on the head. Well, I gotta target him first. And hold on. Nope, 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 nope. I don't want to have him seen. Boop on the head. There we go. There's our stealth knockout. Or stealth kill if you have a knife. Either way, this will make things a lot quieter, so long as nobody else sees you. If they see you out in the open smacking somebody in the face, obviously you're going to call the police. So with that said, we're going to have to use the gardener's truck to get to Michael's bedroom, or get to the bathroom actually, to bypass Michael's house to steal the SUV that Jimmy bought in part 1. Oh, you're gonna love the DeSantis, because we're gonna have to do a mission with them later on. Well, Michael's not that bad of a guy. It's everyone else in the family that's terrible. So let's break into the bathroom window. Oh, by the way, make sure nobody sees you, because if they do, you fail the mission. However, you could actually spy on the tennis coach and Amanda in the kitchen.
My brother is such a homo.
Yeah, did I not tell you Michael's family is fucked up?
Thank you, coach.
And there's the tennis coach. And there is Amanda. If you stay there for a little while longer and watch those two practice tennis, well, that would probably be an achievement. So with that said, let's hop into the car. Get into the car, not on the car. Get in the car. Thank you. Oh, and you can barely see that there's a blanket over there. That wasn't there when we first bought the car. Or at least we first saw the car. And I'm sorry if the frame rate dropped a lot in this part. But it's definitely running like 10 frames per second post-recording. But it won't be doing that when it's finally processed. Oh, and by the way, Simeon is still fuming with anger at the fact that the Faggio didn't return to him. That was Lamar's fault.
That's a 9mm semi-automatic pushed against your skull.
Oh, and that's also Lamar's fault too. Sorry about that, had to step off because there was a mechanic shop just drilling cars right next to my door.
My son just got
even though they have a lot all to themselves. But anyway, as I was saying, Franklin is right now being held at gunpoint by Michael, who, by the way, is not too happy at the fact that he broke into his home and tried to boost this car for Simeon. Oh, we're about to be heading over this, and let me assure you, this literally will be the last time we'll be doing business with Simeon ever again.
Don't worry.
However, it won't be the last time we'll see Simeon. There will be a part later. No, wait, there'll be later on, like a moment where you could go back to where Simeon's garage is, and you can confront him. Oh, and you can also use the B button to look in the back and see Michael still has the gun aimed at Franklin.
Hey, man, it's just
so we're gonna have to park, unfortunately. And let's do that. Oh wait, we gotta park on the other side. My bad.
That the place?
Yeah, this the place, man.
Whoa. Drive into it. Right through the fucking window. And fast. Or I'll put 2 rounds in the back of your skull and do it myself.
Man, you can't be for real.
I look like a fucking joke to you.
Man, fuck my life, man. Fuck it.
Well, there's only one way to deal with this, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to do what he says. I'd rather value my life. Sorry, Simeon.
Shit! Franklin! What the fuck are you doing?
Mr. Simeon, it's not exactly how it looks.
I always trump big for a job well done. Now get out of here, kid.
You motherfucker! See now?
Alright, now we get to introduce ourselves to the fighting mechanics, and thank God it is not based off of boss routing, unlike Grand Theft Auto 4. Because boss routing, honest to God, was really sloppy when it comes down to motion capture. You can wholeheartedly tell. Here, not so much.
You recognize this car? Huh? Does it look like it's worth $5 grand a month to you?
You fucking racist!
I'll tell you something. This thing's gonna need some serious body work before it's worth $5 grand a month.
He agreed to financing. I have his signature.
Yeah, did he agree to have some punk break into my fucking house?
I don't know.
That kid might be a fucking idiot, but you are a fraudulent scumbag piece of shit. Don't make me have to come back here.
And with that said, we now have the ability to change between Michael and Franklin, now that Michael is officially available. Well, up to a certain point. So, with that said, we're gonna hop into the car and we're gonna go straight to our house to start our next mission. We could go over to Franklin if we want to, but I'd rather show off one of Michael's first missions. And upon picking up Michael, we also get a suppressor, which, by the way, is his trademark car. Yeah, I might want to change the camera view too. I'm not changing camera view. There we go, much better. That sky-high view can be nauseating sometimes, because the camera doesn't always follow the car. Whatever the case, folks, we're going to have to head on home, and Amanda has already started her bitching. Fantastic. So, yeah. I honestly don't care what Amanda has to say, really. And for the record, this is Dr. Isaiah Freelander. And you can talk to Dr. Isaiah Freelander as many times as you want. However, that guy's an asshole too. And oh yeah, you could deal with him later. And speaking of dealing with somebody, there's a guy who is literally robbing somebody. By the way, you can actually kill burglars, and if you do, you could take the person's stolen money and either keep it for yourself, or you can give it back to the person. Get back here, you asshole! Never mind. I'll just get this, find that fucker and shoot. Oh, and I think I just lost him. God damn it. Oh wait, no, I still have him. Never mind. Where are you? Where are you, son of a bitch?
This ain't your problem.
Ah, there you are. Damn. I tried to run him off the road, and instead I ended up running into the cops. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to shake off this pursuit first. And yeah, I think he's gone now. Once the cops got enough, once the cops just came in, he's pretty much gone. So I'm gonna have to make myself scarce too. I can't believe I failed that robbery. But it's on the way to my house anyway, which is gonna start the next mission. And by actually defeating Simeon's last mission, if you run into Simeon yet again, sorry, stuttering there, Simeon will have hired goons to kill you, whether you're Franklin or whether you're Michael. I mean, as soon as Simeon sees you, he's gonna run out of the building, and yes, you could kill him. However, whether you kill him or not, he'll still text that you tried to kill him. So that's a thing. With that said, we're gonna head on home and get away from the law, because after all, I don't want to have to deal with it. Man, what a day this has been, huh? Lamar cost Franklin his job, almost cost him to be killed. Now Michael completely made Franklin lose his job, and now Michael has his own problems. His shitty family. Oh, by the way, that's FBI David Jones, I do believe. I forgot what his freaking name was. No, David. But that FBI that just contacted you is probably telling you about Trevor and how he's using the pseudonym as being Brad, one of the people who was shot in the robbery gone wrong, to try to console Trevor and keep him as far away from Michael as humanly possible. So on that note, we're going to be going into our house, and we'll meet up with Franklin, who happens to also be there. And this is Michael's safe house. Just like Franklin, he'll only have one safe house to go to. Unlike Franklin, Michael doesn't buy another house or game, so there's that. So let's come and meet my loving family, even though I want to put a blunderbuss through their heads. I mean, I can't use guns in the house unless the cops are near my house. So with that said, let's go to home sweet home. And by the way, sometimes the mission will actually pass through the day.
Why the fuck not? He is not staying the night. He's a
What do you want?
Man, I come by for that drink you offered, that's all.
I wasn't really serious about that.
What?
Here, whatever. Sit. You're not gonna rob me again.
Man, I never robbed you. That was just a repossession.
Okay. You call it whatever you want to call it. I really don't care. What can I do for you?
Shit, I just came by to see if there's something I can help you with. I see you doing well for yourself.
Look, I'm retired.
Ain't you a bit young for the pipe, slippers, and staring at a fucking sunset?
You know, I've been in this game for a lot of years, and I got out alive. That makes me the right age. You look like a good kid. But if you want my advice, you give this shit up. You work hard, screw over everybody that you love. Hurt, rob, kill indiscriminately, and maybe, just maybe if you're lucky, you become a 3-bit gangster. It's bullshit. Go to college. Then you're gonna rip people off and get paid for it. It's called capitalism.
So what I saw the other day was like when a corpse briefly reanimates itself and terrorizes everyone, right?
What you saw the other day was a guy dealing with pests.
I guess I never saw myself as just a fucking pest.
Well, and today's lesson's all about humility. Tomorrow we'll try a training montage.
A training what?
Nothing. I was just lost in an 80s movie fantasy.
Yeah, I can see you spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, as much as I can.
So that's why you here in Vinewood then, right?
Maybe I'm here because I'm just an idiot who thinks that imported palm trees are a good substitute for not really knowing what the fuck you're doing on this earth.
Jesus, man. You a good time, you know that.
I tell you what. Least I can do is buy you that beer. There's a little bar I like. It's not too far from here. Let's go.
All right, man. I'm following you.
His family is
We're taking my
shitheads.
wife's car.
Speaking of which, one just
Hey,
called.
Jim. I'm going for a drink.
Dad! Shit! I'm in our boat going down the Western Highway! It's been stolen!
What? The yacht's been stolen?
I was trying to sell it. I know you didn't want it sold, but I need money, and they don't want to buy it. They just want to take it. I'm hiding in the head.
You're insane! All right, I'm coming. For my boat!
Oh,
All right.
Lord have mercy.
Change of plans. My darling boy is in
Jimmy,
trouble.
I'll do what
just
I can to help
Jimmy.
with that, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you remember that kid that went there and bought that SUV? That's Jimmy DeSanta. He is an asshole.
Don't ever have kids.
Plain and simple,
Hey, man, look,
straight
if
up.
I had kids, I don't think no
And the
parent
fact that
should
he
put
does
eyes on
all
you
the
that
horrible
don't
things
care.
that he does, he blames Michael for everything.
Shit, things that
Everything wrong that Jimmy does.
Shit, I was making a point.
Although his mom shares some of the blame too, she lets him do whatever the hell they want, and not just that, she also lets Tracy do whatever the hell she wants, except for some instances where she tries to bring a bum into the house so Tracy can fuck him.
Man, you can always
But
pick
yeah,
what you
his
want.
family is a bunch of shitheads.
No thank you.
And he was robbing for
Thank
one
you,
reason and one reason
Someone you
only.
want to impress.
Really?
At first, it was a thrill of it, but then when he met Amanda, he practically was doing his family.
Maybe help you open the door to all
Amanda
the
convinced
joys
him to
that
stop,
boat
which is
related
why
things.
we ended up with the opening scene that we did.
That you are, my friend.
And on top of the fact that Amanda wanted him to stop, he was actually looking out for Tracy and Jimmy's best interest because he didn't want them near a psychopath like Trevor. Well, it turns out that that was a terrible decision because they're all a bunch of assholes as far as Michael is concerned. If Jimmy's not taking his boat and selling it off to Mexicans, he's in his room smoking weed, playing video games, and jacking off, and blaming society and Michael for the fact that he's not working.
We got a plan?
Sure.
If Tracy's not trying to fuck some random dude, he's trying to go on a talent show and fame or shame. Amanda literally has a prostitute profile on her website.
Just fucking fine.
So what we're doing right now is pursuing the boat, and all we have to do is catch up to the truck and let Franklin get as close to the truck as humanly possible. And I don't know how he made it from that height, but he managed to get away. The first person view can be rather jarring. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. I better catch up, because if I lose that truck, I'm going to have to restart this whole mission all over again, and that's going to be a pain in the ass. Thankfully, the truck's rubber band effect is very gracious. But at the same time, if it gets too far ahead that even your car can't make it, well, guess what? You fail the mission. So, with that said, you can actually shoot the guys that's on the boat trying to kill Franklin. But beware. They'll actually shoot you and there's nothing, oh, shoot at the car and there's nothing you could do about it because the car practically is slowed. Well, will practically start slowing down and smoking because someone actually did shoot your engine. So, with that said, we're going to have to get as close to the boat as humanly possible to make sure that we catch both Jimmy and Franklin. Which, by the way, Jimmy is hanging off for dear life. God damn it! Get the hell out the way! We gotta get fast enough. Oh, and there's a certain amount of time limit before Jimmy's hands slip and he falls to the road and dies. And that actually will happen. Oh, hopefully I caught him. We need to get up close to catch him. I really hate Jimmy. I really do. This game made it you're supposed to hate these assholes and supposed to sympathize with the anti-heroes, basically. I mean, that is the case with Grand Theft Auto. But at least in San Andreas, there were likable characters. Same thing with Grand Theft Auto 4. But in this game, there are likable characters, and then there are despisable characters. And then there's Jimmy, Amanda, and Tracy DeSanta. While Tracy's nowhere near as bad, she's just an outright slut. Jimmy, on the other hand, fuck him. He'll become a detriment later on. Oh, and because of the fact that our car is smoking, we're now going to have to go to Los Santos Customs to fix the car. Our car has half holes in it, so now there's nothing we can basically do. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen,
it's just a thing. My boat.
We rescued Jimmy, but we lost the boat.
I fucked up, okay?
It's okay though, because later on in the game, Michael can buy a boatyard, and only Michael can actually drive said boat. Well, I mean, Franklin and Trevor can also drive boats, but Michael has a max in boating for some reason.
It's not, but it's partly your fault.
Oh well.
I mean, I just want to impress you.
We'll just go back to Pay and Spray, and it's after this mission that Lamar drops the Faggio off at. And let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, there was no point in him actually keeping it. He could have just told Simeon the truth. And yeah, or he could have just not, oh I don't know, put a bullet in the car. Oh no, actually no, put a bullet in the guy who owned the vehicles. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just drive and feel sad and sorry that the car is beyond repair. Well, it is beyond repair, but it can be repaired. But it's going to be repaired with our money, unfortunately, not with the money that's going to be coming from the mission. By the way, Michael will give Franklin about $30,000. So even then, that won't be enough to customize.
Not really.
And this is Amanda's car, so Amanda's car is going to be in use by Amanda most of the time. Some of the time she leaves it there. She can't drive in it, and also, well, she could drive in it, however, you can't drive in it if she's at home. But
Well,
if
maybe you need
she's
to do some other shit to fill your time.
not at home, or if she wants to take you out on a date, yes, you could actually take your wife out on a date.
Whatever.
You could actually drive her with her car.
I know this dude, man. His name Hal. He gonna look after
And the same
Alright,
thing
take
goes
what's
with
in my
Jimmy. You can
pocket,
actually
couple
take him out on
$1,000.
friendship dates.
That'll cover it, right?
Honestly,
Yeah,
he
should
won't
be
be as
cool.
cumbersome as
So you sure you're good?
the other friendship dates.
Ooh, I'm gonna come up front.
Get out and walk around.
It's okay, I can just climb over.
Look, man, I'm gonna get the ride fixed, man, and drop it back off at your house along with this dude. It's all good, though, man. You go and get your head right, all right?
All right, listen, thanks for today. Appreciate it. You stop back out to the house, we'll talk.
You see?
Show, man. Hey, sorry we didn't get your boat, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's trick this whip, homie.
Practically do is fix the car and drive it back to Michael's house. But this would officially show off Pay and Spray if I hadn't done so back in the last, well, actually 3 parts ago. Because it was part... No, part 4, never mind. It was part... No, wait, correction, it was part 3 that I showed off Pay and Spray. Because I got into a shootout with the cops trying to take Packy to a safe place. So, with that said, let's fix this smoking car here. I mean, if you do customize Amanda's car, she will be pissed. So don't waste your time customizing this car. Whatever the case, let's just drive off and head on home. And as you can hear, Jimmy will just talk shit about his mother and, well, and his father too.
Yeah, no,
It's an outright dysfunctional family. One that Isaiah Freelander is profiting off tremendously. I mean, they all, don't get me wrong, but Michael is more tired of his family.
You and my old man? I see you at the dealership.
I mean, let's face it, Jimmy is like the poster child of an entitled asshole.
Your pops did more than talk.
What'd he do?
But there's not really much
Man,
to
if he
say
ain't
on
tell
this
you,
regard.
I ain't gonna tell you. But I lost my fucking
You'll
job,
get
and I
to
thought maybe he can help me
try
find
to
a new-
endear him.
Dude, my dad is retired.
And he does have funny
Like,
moments,
his only
but
marketable skills are
for the
watching
most
TV
part,
and daytime
you
drinking.
just want to punch him
Man,
in the
look, I don't know,
face.
homie. He seems
And
okay to
at
me.
most parts, you can
Saved
actually,
your ass.
during
You
friendship
saved my
dates.
ass.
Nah, man. Well,
And
maybe
don't
we could
worry,
together, you know? Maybe we
friendship
could
dates
get
with
shit done
Jimmy
you
or
said.
Lamar, yes, you
Keeps
could
him out
have
of the
friendship
house,
dates
that's
with
cool by
Lamar,
me.
or Trevor,
we'll see.
or Michael dates with those guys
I'm
too,
sorry my dad
will
lost
not
his job.
affect you
It's hard
in
out
the
there.
slightest.
Tough. I mean,
They learned their
I'm
lesson from
politically
Grand
challenged
Theft
at the
Auto
moment.
4.
Oh,
Thank
you
the
got
fucking
fired,
gods.
Damn, that's rough.
Not fired as such. I didn't get a job.
I mean,
Yeah,
hell,
homie, you been putting them resumes out there, but no
Hernando
one hired
and Armando,
I,
I think.
I didn't
Oh,
get a
Hector and
job.
Armando. Yeah, that's
I
the
never
name. And
had
they
a
give
job.
you some
It feels like
badass
hard
shit.
work. Like,
So on that
they
note,
just kinda
I'll be
disappear.
so glad to hang out with
Like
them
slob.
rather than hang out with anybody else.
Not since the
And in
first
Lost and
couple.
Damn,
Okay.
I really don't have to worry about hanging out with anyone because, let's face it, some of the people are gonna die anyway. But here, simply hang out with friends and have a good time. You can take them on pastimes. Pastimes are actually a part of the mission.
Yo, so like, since we're both unemployed, like, we could run together, you know?
Yeah, I think about it, homie.
Or we could just like shop it, you know? Play darts or get our drink on. Strip clubs. Come on, dude, I get real crazy.
Yeah, I got your number, shit. I need it, man. But hey, you know what? Man, go easy on your pops, dog. All right?
All right, church.
Exactly, man.
My brother from another mother. I mean, I hope so, because my mom was kind of a skank back in the day. See ya.
Yeah, whatever, homie. Peace.
Mission, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, you gotta do pastimes or any sort of activities in order for you to get a part of 100%, aside from collectibles. And yes, there are collectibles. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we're done here, and in the next episode of Grand Theft Auto 5, there'll be more missions to come. See you guys in the next part.